Howdy friends, welcome back to Toy Box Nostalgia. I'm Douglas. In this video we're going to be tearing open the absolute brand new 2024 Mattel Turtles of Grayskull Moue-Jaw. That's right my friends, this didn't even come out yet in my area. Well, apparently the Target employee told me that the trucks just dropped them off this morning, and I showed her the DPCI number on my phone that I got from a picture from Toy Habits. She looked it up, said they were in the back. She ran back and grabbed me one, and I had got one. Oh, it's so awesome. I searched the shelves, I searched everywhere. I was so disappointed, and then so lately that's been working out for me. If you don't find something at your local Target, try looking for an employee and having them look it up by that number. You can find that number in the Target app if the item is listed in the Target app, or from pictures online or Toy Habits. Toy Habits almost always has that on their website. I love that website. But this looks fantastic. So this is Trapjaw, the Motu Origins version of Trapjaw, combined with Mousers from Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Obviously that's what Turtles of Grayskull is, but this is a deluxe package. This looks fantastic. This artwork is amazing, and I'm super excited to tear this open, so let's just get right into it. If you're new to Toy Box Nostalgia, you'd love to see more content like this show up into your newsfeed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Truly helps out the channel. If you like the content of this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up. And drop a comment below letting me know what you think of the Turtles of Grayskull line from Mattel, and specifically Moue-Jaw. Oh, this looks awesome. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I'm going to catch you after this quick break. Right, here it is. Let's tear it open, Koopo. All right, look at this packaging, right? This is absolutely brand new. We have not seen this yet on our channel here, right? Look at that. Oh, it just looks fantastic. So again, Turtles of Grayskull is glossy. You could also see that Moue-Jaw is glossy in both of these little pictures up here. Very, very cool. It says Moue-Jaw, evil and armed with Mouser. And that is an acronym. So then we have a nice window here on the front. We have some really cool, like, sewer design here with some steam pipes or some sewage. Actually, it looks like sewage pipes there with the ooze coming out of it. We have a Build-A-Figure, which is Metal Bato. Take a look at that. That's really cool. So if we flip it over to the back, we can see that the parts that we get to build this figure from this box alone is going to be the right arm and a couple of accessories here. Very, very cool. That, again, is what it's going to look like. But flipping back to the front, we have this really nice sticker here, Masters of the Universe, X Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It says Mattel down here at the bottom. On the side, we have a really nice picture of Trapjaw here, and he and the Turtles of Grayskull logos are glossy. Everything else is kind of like a matte finish, actually, to be honest with you. The rest of this is kind of matte finish. Very, very nice. On this side, we have a different picture right here. I think it's different. Yeah, different picture right here, showing off Moue-Jaw shooting his arm cannon and a Mouser at his feet, ready to attack, or maybe screaming up into the air like a war cry or something. Flipping over to the back, we have an absolute gorgeous painting. Look at that. Leonardo, Moue-Jaw, and look at Teela. Teela looks amazing. We have some Mousers over here that look 3D almost. They look like they don't even belong in this picture. Very cool. And then we have Castle Grayskull in the background. So because we're seeing the normal, typical Castle Grayskull, I highly doubt we're going to get another Castle Grayskull just for this line. It looks like the Origins one from this painting may be the official Castles of Grayskull for Turtles of Grayskull, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get a different one. I'm just really, really hoping we get that slime pit, because that looks really awesome. It makes me really, really excited. So, all right, so this painting is gorgeous. I love the warm effect here. There's like smoke and there's a lot of action going on. Not sure why he's shooting the ground and not these guys, or shooting at these guys. Maybe he actually is shooting at like the jaw, like the drawbridge jaw coming down. He's just like shooting it basically on the tongue, I guess. Here it says, unbeknownst to him, Trapjaw was the first of Krang's ooze experiments, the cybernetic walking weapon of destruction fused with Baxter Stockman's Mouser technology, making him a mindless minion in Skeletor's mutant army. Very, very cool. Insert Mouser into arm. I guess that is the action shot there. It says Mattel down here. We already took a look at this part right here, 1 of 4. Which is very cool. We're going to get 4 deluxe figures. That's so awesome. All right, flipping over to the bottom. Not much fun stuff on the bottom. Here is the barcode in case you need it for some weird reason. And then here's everything else. So let's go ahead and just get this out of the box. This is gorgeous packaging, and I will be right back, my friends. So look at this. You open up the first flap here, and on the inside flap we have some instructions on how to assemble Mouse-Jaw. Look at how the legs go on the pegs like that. So cool. And then how to build the mouser. Looks like, I'm guessing there's articulation on this. I can't wait to see it. And how to apply the mouser to Trapjaw's mechanical arms. So cool. Here it is. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is so great. Okay, so here's the bubble with the action figure and all of the accessories. Look how big this mouser is. This mouser is bigger than even the Super 7 mouser. It's huge. Like the Super 7 Ultimates mouser. This is bigger. And look at the feet and everything. It looks very Mattel, to be honest with you. Like it's bulky and like ready to fight. I love that. Flipping over to the back, we do see some bands we're going to have to cut out of here, but let's take a look-see here. Look at this backdrop. Oh, look at that. There's like some clouds, maybe the sun in the background, or some sort of star rather, not the sun. And then our comic book, I think it's a comic book, is slid inside of here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a piece of cardboard. Okay, so Mouse-Jaw, evil and armed with Mouser. Okay, here are the instructions. And does this open up or anything? No, this looks like it's just a solid piece of cardboard, high gloss. But take a look at that right there. Let me see if I can angle it without a glare here. But here we go. We have Mutagen Master Powers, Trapjaw, endless array of weapons, powerful razor sharp jaw, cybernetic strength. Then we have Mouser, turtle hunting technology, attack in unstoppable numbers, shell crushing jaws. Ooh, this is so cool, and it has that amazing box art. That's cool because I don't really keep boxes, so it's cool to have this stuff here. And this thing, it's like really thick. I'm guessing this is like 1/8 of an inch of like compressed cardboard. Look at that. Crazy. Very nice. Taking a look at the back of the backdrop here, it's just raw cardboard, and this side is a semi-gloss, and it says 2023 Mattel. That's weird because it is January 2024, so I don't know what's going on with these numbers. All right, so let's get this out of the bubble, and I will be right back after these messages, my friends. So this is everything that you get in the package, my friends, right here. So one of the cool aspects of getting another arm for a different toy altogether is that it might be able to fit in here to give him a second arm. But let's go ahead and start with details. Take a look at that, the paint application. Really nice. He's got black eyes with little yellow pupils, or maybe those are irises. We have a really nice cross armor here with red. The whole thing is matte finish. Very nice. Well, the actual body, like the torso here is probably a little bit shinier than everything else, but it's just a tad. This is nuts how nice this is and how nice this feels. So the crossbody armor is very cool. We have this big armor piece right here on the side. If you remember, we just recently opened the cartoon collection Trapjaw. This is very reminiscent of that, but it's a complete different sculpt. I've never seen any of this sculpting before in any action figure for Mattel Origins. So this is really cool. So obviously they made his arm kind of look like a mouser itself with some teeth just sculpted right in there. All of this is all sculpted. We have really nice like red lights, I guess, on the top here. We'll have to light those up in Photoshop when we're taking toy photography. The belt's really nice. It's like a rubber or like a soft vinyl, and it clips together in the back here. Yeah, so we're able to remove this right here just like that. Very cool. Oh, I love that. So cool. Probably look at the instructions here in a minute, but yeah, I have a little bit of paint mess up here, but that's okay. Right there on the bracer. The bracer is just like a matte finish white. Everything is matte finished. Look at the really cool neutral, like dark gray right there. Almost like charcoal, right? And then we have white and then blue and this green. This green is just awesome. Jeez Louise, he just looks crazy to me. I say the details are dead on. I love it. I love all of the tiny little like attention to detail that they put into all of the armor right here and the arm. Like the arm looks like very much like some sort of Terminator or robot arm, and I love it. So let's move on to articulation. Now this is going to be probably a standard Origin style action figure in which we have articulation. Before we do so, let's take a look at the instructions to ensure that yes, all of those are removable parts. So we can remove the head, we can remove the arm at the shoulder, we can remove the hands, we can remove the cannon, the robotic arm here on his right side. We can break the body in half right here at the torso, and we can remove the boots if we'd like to. So let's go ahead and start with the head. Very nice. Nice ball joint, right? Very cool. Probably looks to me like a typical Origin style ball joint for the head. So this can look down a lot. This can look up kind of a little bit. It's not really straightforward. It's a little bit up. We have a little bit of tilt here and rocking. Very, very nice. Spins all the way around. Take a look at the arm. Yeah, typical Origin style arm right there. So we have a hinge and it swivels. And taking it off, we can see that the peg is typical Origin style peg. And the peg hole points downwards towards like the pelvis area. Very cool. The elbow, we have a hinge and swivel. And then at the hand, we have a swivel and a hinge. Look at that hinge right there. Very cool. So we can take this off, take a look at the pegs. Typical Origins style peg. That's one of the things that I'm kind of worried about with the Masterverse line. Apparently they just randomly changed the peg size. That's not cool because everything's supposed to be interchangeable with these, right? Taking a look at the articulation of his cybernetic arm here, we're going to move this up and down. I can see a hinge in there. It does swivel, does come apart. Origin style arm peg. Again, the peg hole points down towards the pelvis. Snaps right in there. So we have a spin right here at the elbow and then a bend at the elbow, single joint, and nothing else. Nothing else moves. But, you know, obviously if we have an accessory in here, the accessory is going to move. No ab crunch because this is Origins, but this does spin and this does come apart. I feel like that's like the first thing I do in most of my toys whenever I get them or I'm taking a look at them is like just take them apart because that's what that's like Origin style, right? So here are the instructions for the cartoon collection Trap Jaw, and here are the instructions for the Mouse Jaw. So as you can see, they're a tad different there. Just do a little bit of a comparison here. But this like, I guess this is the buck part, like the abdomen part, the chest looks very, very much like retro, like Masters of the Universe. Like the huge muscles and the arms, the way it's sculpted, the way that literally the muscles are sculpted and the action figure sculpted look fantastic to me. If we take a look at this right here, his belt has that little like notch right there. That little, no, you can see that right there, and it points upwards. So whenever I was taking this out of the package, mine came in half, so that's why it was upside down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put that back on there the right way. Have to remember that. Typical Origin style pelvis and legs right here. We have ball joints in there, so we can swivel to our heart's content and hinge, essentially. So we can do a good kicking pose, you know, because he could look down really well. So he can actually see where he's kicking. Look at that, very, very cool. So going down to the knee, we swivel at the knee, we have a hinge at the knee, and then down here we have a cut at the boot, obviously, so we can change out those boots right there. Very, very nice. And the foot has some articulation. Yeah, the foot doesn't have very much articulation. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's because of these ankle guards right here. The ankle guards kind of like wrap around the foot. Even in the front. So this is as much as you're going to get right here, which isn't a lot. And if you want this in an action pose, I'm not sure. I feel like the rocker's probably there, but it's not going to work because of the way that the ankle guards are situated on there. So that's it for articulation and detail. Let's go ahead next and take a look at accessories. Have to look at the mouser. Like we have to look at the mouser, right? Take a look at this. This is amazing. Oh my god, please, please articulate. I hope. Oh, so cool. Look at, there's like a gun right there in its mouth. This whole thing is matte finish. So starting at the head, it does move a tad, like just like that much right there. And we have articulation in the jaw. And the swivel here is happening kind of at the base of the neck, like near the mouse or collarbone, right? So you can see there, that's like that whole neck piece is spinning when I turn the head. And then we have articulation here at the feet. Right there, very, very nice. And we have articulation at the, I guess, the mouse or hip. So that's as much as you're gonna get. Nothing else really moves, can't really, there's no rocker on the feet or anything like that. And then this is one solid piece here, which I'm guessing is where it connects to this. Yeah, you can just connect the whole mouser right to. That's nuts. This action figure is nuts, man. Like, what do you have to be on to come up with these ideas, right? All right, Mouser's out of the way. Let's take a look at this. Very cool. This looks like it goes into a hand. It's got like the same hand joint here. And I'm guessing this is part of the robot. This is probably one of the accessories that comes with the robot. I will double check, but yeah, the peg is exactly the same for the hand. Back to our trusty box here, we can see that, yes, these are accessories for Mattel Botto, and you see all of these here. But that doesn't mean to say that we can't use them with Mouse-Jaw. Take a look at that. Very cool, right? This thing kind of reminds me of the thing that came with, or that you see often sometimes with Krang, but oh my god, look how cool that looks. This is just bananas. I love this. I love this so much. Take a look at this double-barreled, like, huge, crazy, super futuristic, like, Terminator-looking weapon, too. That is awesome. Let's get really close up with these, though. So take a look at all of those details. This is made out of, like, a soft plastic. Almost a rubber, but very soft plastic. And this looks like it has two big blades right here. And very nice attention to detail right there by the sculptor. Take a look at this double-barreled, futuristic-looking gun. It is like, all of these are like a blue, as you can see like the marbling in the plastic right there. It's like a blue shimmering, soft rubber. Like maybe the blue shimmering stuff is like dye that they put into the material whenever they cast this. But this is just fantastic. I think this looks awesome. I love it. And take a look at this little hand. Look at the attention to details. It really looks like some sort of robot arm that you would see at, like, I don't know, some sort of factory or something picking something up, or some sort of medical science robot doing something. I don't know. But it just looks awesome. And yeah, I'm hoping that the color and the shimmering of the dye inside of the rubbery plastic is really coming out on the film. Really hope so. So finally, we took a look at that. This is the arm for Mattel Roboto, and that looks awesome. Look at that, even has a peg hole here, so you can potentially put, you know, stuff on there. Yeah, very cool. I'm pretty sure Mattel Roboto is going to allow you to just go bananas with your imagination. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what the purpose of it is, but okay, so we have to see if this fits on here. Let's give... There we go. Take a look at that. Let's give Trapjaw an actual turtle arm. I call it a turtle arm because of the 3 fingers. But look at that, it does fit. That's so cool. I love that. Let's look really closely at this, because look at that. That's definitely from some sort of futuristic robot that just looks awesome, or a robot from another planet, you know, right? Tons of detail right there. Looks fantastic. This is like a shimmering silver. It's not really metallic, but look at that marbling. It just looks fantastic. Then we have a matte blue right here, matte blue finish, with no shimmer in it, and it goes back to that same silver. So the articulation in Mattel Roboto's arm is you can hinge, and yeah, it's a peg, so you could swivel. Take a look-see at this piece right here, and you can see the peg is exactly the same. And yeah, so I'm guessing you could do, the reason why this peg exists, so you could put accessories on here, so that you could just like make Mattel Roboto just some sort of war machine from Terminator. But this looks awesome. This hand looks so cool. Like, who would look cool with this hand, right? From Origins. Ah, it's got the peg, so why wouldn't it work, right? Finally, we have this right here. This clear yellow blast of fire, I'm guessing, or some sort of yellow hot plasma or something. Just, oh man, that looks awesome. So this definitely can go into the arm, so it's like blasting out of the arm. Too bad we don't get extra hands. Like, this is a deluxe action figure. I wish this came with like fists and like open hands and such. Awesome. This looks awesome. If I'm going to take toy photographs of this, definitely going to hit this with some sort of light. Like maybe use a little LED keychain light, or maybe hit it with a red laser pointer. That would make it just like completely glow and light up. So that's really, really cool. I don't think anything about this glows or lights up, but this is this is great. So we took a really close look at detail, articulation, paint application, and taking it all apart, and all of the accessories. I love the Mouser. I just think this action figure is one of the most creative things that I think I've ever seen from Mattel, for so many reasons. I love the collaboration. It's something that I would have never, like, you can't foresee something like this. This is like a once in a lifetime, I don't even know what you would call it. I'm very happy that it exists. Okay, so let's do one last thing here. I want to follow these instructions. I want to take the Mouser apart and place it on Trapjaw as we saw on the flap here. So first of all, let's take this apart. So these legs apparently come apart. Very easy. Came off very, very easy. Still being gentle with it. Very awesome, right? So how about this? Let's do it this way. Let's put the Mouser on the gun. Looks pretty cool. And then for the feet, I want to put them on the, like, how they would be situated on a Mouser. This is on this side, and this is on this side. Very, very cool. My belt seems to be pretty darn loose on this action figure. Come on. There we go. Go through that buckle right there. Alright, so these are pressed on, and we have our Mouser cannon here. Very, very cool. Let's have some flames coming out of the Mouser's mouth, right? Oh, this part moves. That's pretty cool. The neck comes in and out. That's awesome. I don't think it comes all the way out. Maybe it does. I don't know. But let's just go ahead and just do this for now. So this arm is pretty darn heavy because there's a lot on it. So it's probably going to be hard to get good photographs of this, or make him stand rather with this arm like that. Yeah, so taking a look at that, he could stand with this, but the gun's kind of pointing down. Maybe that's why in the original picture here, he was shooting kind of like the ground right here. Maybe because his gun points down a lot more than normal, but yeah, so taking a look at these instructions, that is exactly how this is supposed to go, just like that. That, my friends, is Mouse-Jaw. His jaw articulation is just awesome. I love that. It can only go down about that far, and then it goes up, like pretty much to his nose, like touching his nose. So, man, it's so cool. I love it. So, because he's got more peg holes, because of this, let's go ahead. Can we do this? Not really. So the peg holes for the pegs for the legs of the Mouser are definitely smaller than the peg holes of like the accessories that he comes with. And remember, these technically are accessories or pieces of metal rubato, but obviously you can use them with this action figure, right? Yeah, just not in these peg holes here for the Mouser legs. Let's go ahead and see what he looks like without his armor piece on here. So I'll probably have to take more parts off. There we go. Yeah, so that's what he looks like without his cross armor on right there. Super cool. Not very mousery, you know, not very Mouse-Jaw-y, I guess you could say. And then finally, let's take a look at what he looks like with this. So, kind of looks like an old-fashioned Masters of the Universe action figure, right? From back in the day. Take a look at that belt and that loincloth. That's one thing I noticed with most of the Origins stuff, specifically the Cartoon Collection stuff, is how small the loincloths are. So here's the Trapjaw that we had just opened on my channel. Let's see if any of this stuff here is compatible. That's straight up compatible. Oh man, that's cool. That red almost matches. This one's a little bit more pinkish color, and this one has a little more yellow in it. It looks like. But that's cool. That fits. Let's take a look at this. Let's get his cross armor back on. Alright, I'm just going to snap this back in. Poof. Even though there's an additional color, it doesn't look that bad at all. It looks awesome. Looks absolutely awesome. Let's take a look at the different head size here. So here on my right is the Cartoon Collection head, and this is the Moue-Jaw Turtles of Grayskull head size. And they are exactly at the same height as I'm holding them. So you can see there's definitely a big size difference here. Yep. Interchangeable parts. Love it. I love it. This is, ooh, that looks awesome. Okay, so here's something that doesn't fit with this metal shroud here over his right shoulder. This doesn't fit here, and I think it's because of the way the pegs are shaped. Take a look at those right there. Yeah, so if you want to put this arm onto this action figure, you can. The Cartoon Collection action figure, you can. You just have to remove that black plastic shroud, this piece right here. So here's the Filmation style body with the Moue-Jaw belt and the Moue-Jaw head applied to it. It just looks awesome. Look at how cool that looks. That's really cool. That's like the best aspect of this like toy line is just the interchangeability. Like you just use your imagination and just kind of build what you want at some point once you have enough of these action figures, right? I love how his helmet looks like a Mouser. Like if this could close all the way, take a look at the Mouser. Like see the eye right there? His helmet looks like a Mouser head. But like the mouth is kind of permanently open and there's a trap jaw face in there. Very cool. So yeah, I am going to be honest with you. I am insanely happy with this action figure and with what, not only that, but more importantly, I'm insanely happy with what Mattel is doing lately. Like I think that they're just kicking ass right now with this stuff. And I know this stuff isn't for everybody. There's some folks that just say it's horrible and they're not going to go for this stuff at all. But that's the beauty of toys. There's so many of them that, you know, there should be something for everyone. And this trap jaw is definitely for me. Like I love it. So let's go ahead and put this back together. Let's give you your belt back, my friend. And remember, I'm going to make sure that that little notch right there is pointing upwards. Just to match the picture. There's no like fitting or compatibility issue. It's exactly the same, I think, on the top and bottom. It's just the design on the front. It's like a turtle with bones, like a cross, like a Jolly Roger, except it's a turtle shell instead of a skull. So last thing I noticed, just while taking this apart, putting this back together and such, is the difference in paint color between some of the white stuff here. So all of this, the helmet and part of the cross armor here, and the big gun right here, like the cybernetic arm, is all a pearl color, like a pearlescent color. It's shimmering and it's like an off-white. Whereas the Mouser, yeah, you can see that there, it's like bright white in comparison. Like this almost is like maybe some brown or a little bit of gray in it. So it's a little bit different, but that's okay. And you see the Mouser legs here. They are absolutely different in color there. There's definitely a difference there, but overall, again, this action figure is definitely for me. I love it. Highly recommend it 100% if you're a fan of the Turtles of Grayskull toy line. So there it is, my friends. This is Moue-Jaw from Mattel and the Turtles of Grayskull toy line. How awesome is this? This is crazy. I love this. The interchangeable parts factors in a lot for me. I just think that is so cool. And the art like that looks like a vintage trap jaw face to me, but it's like Ninja Turtles somehow. And Terminator, it's like everything just mashed all into one. I don't even know what to say. So I hope you enjoyed this video, my friends. If you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. Truly helps out the channel. If you're new to Toy Box Nostalgia, you'd love to see more content like this show up into your newsfeed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and drop a comment below letting me know what you think of the Mattel Turtles of Grayskull toy line, specifically Moue-Jaw. Look at that, it's so awesome. I love it. I love this. I love this. I love this. Thank you for sticking to the end, my friends. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And remember, collect and shoot.